I know if we wait for it to come up, then it'll take forever.
Hi, guys. All right. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I heard there was some mixed weather around, a little bit of rain here and there. Washington got a lot of rain. I don't know, down here we kind of look forward to the rain. I don't know why the weatherman complains about it, because I kind of love it. We don't get it often, but got a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We're going to get you warmed up.
So while we wait for Mr. Matthews Jr. to get here, he's running a little late. So you guys get to work out with us for the start. We're gonna go ahead and do part of the workout that we did last week. We're only gonna do one set. If Mr. Matthews isn't there, then we're gonna just do the entire 3 to 4, I guess.
And we'll show him.
And we'll show. Yeah, exactly. All right. So first things first. Do we want to go? What was it? It was 20, 10, 10, 20. For them a minute, or was it 10, 20, 20, 10? No.
Sure.
Or no, it was 10, 10, 20, 10.
Let's just do all 20s. We're only doing one
We're
set.
going to do all 20s? Oh, Miss Matthews going to
Woo! Here we go.
Our computer's outside now, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start out with burpees, all the way down, full push-up, jump tuck when you get up. All right, 20, go.
I have my right block out.
So you want to do 20s? It's going to take us forever to do 20. 4.
6. 7. 10. 'Yes, I'm cheating. 15.
What are we at?
5 more. We got 5 more.
We'll pretend I'm at 5 more.
We can do it.
You got this.
Woo!
3 more.
I hate burpees.
Come on, last one.
Woo!
Woo! You did it.
My legs are like so shaky today.
Okay. Catch your breath.
I feel Mr. Matthews Jr.'s eyes just judging us. He's got this like really kind of face on.
Maybe it's relief that he wasn't out there.
Did you guys make it through that?
I didn't.
You got time. Or maybe you finished it a lot faster than we did.
Probably.
So you get a longer rest.
All right. Next one.
Yep.
All right. Next one is lunge, squat, lunge, squat. We're doing 20s, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna make it. Let's go. Are we going at 20? I'm at 7. Or 7 on each side. I'm counting 1, 1, 2, 2. That way it's 10.
I got to 10, which is 10 is 20. Okay. Keep going.
I'm not Bethany. rest of my
There
20.
we go. We did a set of 20. So that was 1, 1, 2, 2. I tried to cheat, Miss Smith wouldn't let me. I started off 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope.
Well, that's how I did it. I just counted 1, 1, 2, 2 up to 10, and then
But I went 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10 and went, that's 20. No,
Gotcha.
20 individuals, not 20 as a set.
Kale's dying along with you guys.
Oh,
thank you,
Kale. All right, you ready? This is the side-to-side squats. So squat, jump to the other side, squat, jump back. Does that count as one?
1, 2,
Okay.
3,
Listen
4.
to her, don't listen to me. Ready? Go.
The Neils are joining.
Hey!
And we got a like from Chris Thomas.
15.
I'm already there.
She's faster than me. 20. Woo!
Whew, catch your breath. Ah, I'm already going to go down to the floor because the next one's on the floor anyway, so.
This is the funny weight one.
Make sure you guys are drinking water when you need to. Don't pretend you don't need it because
Don't
that's
pass
stupid. So this next one you're gonna be, it's like a weird burpee mountain climber-ish thing. You're gonna start feet close in like you're squatted. Jump your feet out, push your feet apart, or out, feet apart, feet together, back in, pass uno. Alright, we're apparently doing 20 of those. Ready? I caught my breath back. Ready?
Okay.
Go. About 10.
You got this.
I don't.
20.
Okay.
Walk it off, walk it off.
Woo.
Challenge is to do this with a kid on your back.
Right? I don't know why, but I yawn throughout a workout. I could be fully awake. I'll be yawning.
Trying to get more oxygen to your brain.
All right. About 5 more seconds. 10 more seconds. And we'll go ahead and do the run. You want a full minute?
Okay.
Full minute?
Yeah.
All right, and go.
Run.
Monica, Ezra's mom, says you are amazing at jumping.
Woo! Thanks, Monica. Are you with me, Ezra? It's okay. I know you're beating me.
About 30 seconds.
Tanya, are you and Mark out there? Come on, Mark. Keep up with Ezra.
10 more seconds.
Sprint. Go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
3, 2, 1,
Woo!
and done.
Mr. Matthews, that was all we were doing. picked all 20s to warm up. Get a drink, guys. Thank you guys for joining us, guys and girls.
A couple for each of us, or total?
No, I'm not getting a chair. Oh, Matthew's made a mess.
Apparently we need chairs.
All right. Grab yourself a couple chairs if you can.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some sprints. And we're gonna do very basic, kind of like push day. So kind of emulating something similar to what I would do at the gym, but much less sets. So you can choose to do more sets if you're more advanced. This should be for people that can already do push-ups and are strong enough to do that. This should hopefully help you still push harder. And for those that cannot do a normal push-up or at least a decent amount of normal push-ups, even if you can only do one or two, this should hopefully help you to get a little stronger. But we are going to turn this commercial down because it's really hard to work on this commercial. We've covered our members. Yeah, I'm ready to work now. Alright, so we're going to go chest, tricep, shoulder. And we will try a couple different variations for the other ones. But for chest, it's real simple. I'm going to do negatives. I'm going to do 3 sets. We're going to go for anywhere between 8 to 12 reps. So 8 to 12, that means when you get to the point when you can't get up. So this is push to failure. This is how I work out at the gym. A lot of people say you shouldn't do this every time you go, but I do this every time I go. At one point, at least one set will hit failure every single exercise that I do. Failure means I'm not too tired to get back up, or I'm not just tired. It means you can't move. Most of the time, if I get like halfway up on a dumbbell press and I sit here for a good 5-6 seconds while I'm struggling to straighten out, that's not my last rep. When I come back down, I'm going to try to go up again. It's when I can't finish. When I get up here, my arms are just like, so that's what we're trying to get to. But if you have good push-up technique, then stop at 12. So we're going to go here. Using the chairs, we're going to do a slow negative. Now my hands are a little bit wider than normal, and that is because I want to get as big a stretch as possible. So most of my emphasis is going to be on the way down, and everybody is going to be up on your feet. You're going to go down as slow as you can. Not as slow as you can, but roughly 3 to 5 seconds. Now, if I can't do a push-up, what you do is you put your knees down, you just get back up, and you're just doing the negative. And this essentially turns into somebody spotting you for the push-up, doing heavyweight negatives. So you do it like that. If you can do the push-up on the way up, then do it slow on the way up as well. So 3 to 5 seconds on the way down. Same thing on the way up. And you'll notice that even if you can do a lot of push-ups, this will get hard really quickly. If I'm somewhere in the middle, you do as many as you can on your feet before you drop to your knees, blah, blah, blah. So first set, 8 to 12 reps. See if you can get that number. Let's go. 2, 3, press. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. The stretch is what you want. On the way down, go really far. I'm stretching like crazy here. 5, 6, 7, 8.
My knee before I get out.
If you collapse on the way down, good. It means you're pushing to that's failure. Like your body won't hold up anymore. Your body's like, nah, boom. If I push to failure, I am always pushing at whatever my hardest is on that day. Do keep in mind, failure is not the same every day. I might be able to hit 100 push-ups today. I can only hit 70 tomorrow. The day after, I can hit 120. So what I want to do is I want to find a median. For the most parts, my PRs, I don't really, they stay my PRs, but I don't count it as I can do this like consistently until I can hit it twice in a row. When I say twice in a row, I don't mean back to back in the same workout. I mean consecutive workouts.
PR, personal record.
Oh, yes. So let's say I hit my maximum bench today. I only do super heavy once a week. I go heavy every day, but you're really heavy singles once a week. And so if I can do it next week, now I can say I'm consistently pressing this weight now. I've got my strength. And then I'll try to, work heavier sets after that. So PRs don't always have to be the heaviest weight. They could be the most reps. So I can go down just a little bit from whatever my highest weight is, but try to push that weight twice or 3 times or whatever it is. All right, so we spend about 30 seconds to a minute of rest time when you're doing body weight. If you're doing a weighted exercise, you can take anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes to recover. But for body weight, give yourself about a minute. Let's go again. We got 2 more sets. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, Ooh, child. Now I can do a ton of push-ups, do a lot of different exercises at the gym that are much more difficult than push-ups. And I can tell you, I can feel my chest really, really on fire right now, starting to pump. And just doing a body weight push-up. So regardless of your strength, if you're not feeling this, it's because you're doing it wrong. It's as simple as that. Your hands are too close together and you're doing these close grip ones where I showed you I go wider. Or you're not going down far enough that it's stretching. You can see how far back my elbows are behind my body. My hands are level with my shoulders. The stretch and then contracting from that position, it's what's making me work harder right now. And for you guys that can't do the push-up, you're still, when I drop down to here, in this position that I'm at right now, it's gonna be a little bit easier. But if you're trying to go for your best to failure, don't worry about I'm gonna be in a position where I can hit 12 reps. Maybe you don't even get to 8, maybe you get 3, but I'm gonna have my back straight like this. And now, I've kind of taken a lot of the other body parts out of it, the shoulders, the extra shoulder. My shoulders are doing a lot more in this position than they are in this position. I'm doing much more of a decline bench pressing motion. All right, last set. If you don't hit the number every time, let's say you started with 12, if you fail before that, don't worry about it. The goal is to get to failure. 12 is for anybody who can do a lot of push-ups easily and you need that challenge. But for most of us, you're trying to see how many you can do before you collapse. All right, let's get our last set in. Big stretch, elbows way back. Soup. Big stretch. 3. I also kind of try to feel like I'm pulling my hands together on the way up, and that makes me squeeze my chest just a little bit harder. Well, whew, can feel it start to rip. Squeezing as hard as I can on those last 4 or 5. Whew. All right, so if your arms are tired,
I worked pain defense muscles this weekend. My arms definitely.
and shoulders. If your arms are tired and you're saying, no, I don't feel it in my chest, I feel it in my arms, there's 2 possibilities. First, you're not 100% doing the push-up correct because you should be activating and focusing on your chest. A lot of it is, mind-muscle connection. But outside of that, if my hands are wide and I'm going to full stretch, you're using your chest. So if I'm doing that and I still feel my arms before my chest, it simply means your arms are much weaker than your chest is for the motion that they're supposed to be making. So you might feel your chest tomorrow, not really knowing that you worked it as hard as you did. So your arms, your triceps, smaller muscle, and this is a compound motion. So all the motions that require 2 to 3 muscle groups to do are considered compound. So push-up, use chest, shoulders, and triceps as your primary muscle groups. You will use a little bit of back, a little bit of stomach, and blah, blah, but you're really just working those 3. And the one that's taking the most pressure is your chest. The one that's behind that is your triceps. And shoulders should be the least amount of pressure. Even though there is going to be some work, your shoulders are going to do some work, just not as much as the other 2. All right, so now we're going to do 2 exercises for triceps. And we're going to start with a close grip press. Let's do this with 1 chair. All right, so all I'm going to do is keep my hands close. Triangle or diamond, this does the same thing. However, it hurts my wrist to do close grip bench. And so my close grip is right here. It's right here. It's not like this. If your hands are touching and you bench press, you're going to break your wrist. So my hands are just about level with my shoulders, which for a push-up or anything like that is really close because normally I'm out here. And that's what's going to make my chest do more work. So now that I wanted to go triceps, the closer my hands come, the more my triceps are going to work. So that's why we're going here. I actually like to turn my hands either sideways or backward. So I'm going to do 1 of each because we're going to do 2 sets of this and we've got another exercise that'll do 2 sets. It'll be 4 sets total on tricep. So I'm going to start here with my hands on the outside. Then I'm going to try to get my chest down to my chair. Depends on how close you are to the back of your chair. But I'll demonstrate this from my knees. Now if your chairs aren't this low and going down on your knees, right here, your hands are more like up here, just stand up and do it like on the back of the chair or on a couch, something that's going to be, close to your belt level maybe. And so I'm going to go here, and then once again I'm thinking about pulling my hands together on the way up. So I'll still be activating a little bit of my lower chest, but it's going to be a lot more tricep. We're going to do the same idea, 8 to 10 reps, but our hands are much closer now. You can start on your feet and drop to your knees, slow on the way down, squeeze on the way up. All right, let's get a set in. Let's go.
Not comfortable.
So what? Oh. Yeah, you want to keep those elbows tucked. Don't let your elbows flare out. Once again, my elbow starts to go that way, go up towards my head. You put in your shoulder into it. We're going to do shoulders in a second. And we're actually not going to do that by moving our arms. We're going to move our body. How many did you get?
8.
Good.
I don't feel good.
All right, so this is easier and harder at the same time. It's easier when my hands are close together. It's a much more powerful position. But because we did the heaviest one first, we did that for a reason. One, it takes the most amount of energy, so I want to do it while I have full energy. But following that, because of how much energy we use, everything else is going to seem more difficult. So had I started with this would probably seem really easy. But since we did like a pre-fatigue, now we didn't necessarily pre-exhaust the tricep, but I mean, it's the same idea. Triceps already got blood in it. Before we did this is going to feel a lot more intense than it normally would. All right, so we don't need a full minute for triceps, smaller muscle group. So let's get another 8 to 10 reps in. See if we can do it on our feet. If you can't, drop to your knees. Finish them up. Let's go. Ooh, yeah. It's been a while since I got to do strength. I hate cardio. My favorite cardio, there's two types of cardio that I like, and I can't do either one of them on video. Parkour and sparring. Both of those will get you gassed, but you're having enough fun at the same time that you'll keep pushing. But I can't do that on video. But strength, I love strength. Anything to see just how far I can go. Alright, so we're going to do a bench dip. I'm going to give you two variations. Either one hand on each chair and feet on the ground, so I'm going to face you for this. Going here. Or hands behind you and feet on the chair. This one's obviously more difficult. What I want you to avoid is what everybody does when you guys do these here, and that's shoulder shrugs instead of dips. If your shoulders move a little bit, it's all right. It's not that big a deal, but what I'm saying is you can't do these without bending your dang arms. Why people do this? People go to the gym and do this too. Dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like going to a car dealership to buy a soda. You don't need to go to a car dealership if you're going to do that nonsense. The only people that need to go to a car dealership are people looking at cars. You're going to go to the gym, do a workout. You can shrug your shoulders at home. You don't need to go to the gym for that. So we working out, we're going to actually bend our arms and work the muscle that's supposed to be working. The more I can bend my arms, this right here is going to be my stretched position, also known as the eccentric motion. And so the more I can stretch a muscle, the longer the tears are going to be when I start building it up. Most of my focus when I do any kind of exercise is the stretch that I get from it. Not in every exercise, but in a lot of them, okay?
Eccentric, that means crazy, right?
Not eccentric, eccentric. The concentric motion is the part where you flex, and that's where you squeeze all the blood out of the muscle. So when you stretch, all the blood's going to fill, all the holes, tears, whatever. It's going to rush into the muscle, and when you squeeze, it's going to push all the blood back out of the muscle. So that's where we get the pump. It's literally what you're doing, you're pumping blood. So we're going to go, doesn't necessarily have to be tension, but slow. All right, don't try to go super fast, especially on a chair. If I go fast, it's only because I'm trying to pump blood in the muscle. It's not for strength. So for strength, you're always going to try to slow it down a little bit. And I'm going to try to keep my hips as close to the chair as I can. And just bend until I can't. Now for me, when I'm in that position, I can't go as far as I normally would because of my shoulders. So I'm still going to do it because I still get a better exercise there. But if you have problems with your shoulders, do it here because I can keep my hips between the chair, between my hands, instead of having my hands behind me. So this is a much more comfortable position. So I can go a little bit deeper. This one's less comfortable, but it's a little bit more difficult. All right, so let's go between 6 to 12. Make 6 your minimum. This is a harder exercise for your triceps, especially if your feet are up here. So let's go 6 minimum, 12 max. Let's go.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear what he said minimum was. He doesn't have to repeat it.
Minimum
I
one
didn't
half.
get there.
0.5. Oh, for lighter exercises like this, if I push a number, which we're not doing a specific number today, is what we got range, but you can take breaks. So, you know what? I'll do one more bonus one just to show you guys what I'm talking about after this last set. So we're gonna do one more set, anywhere between 6 to 12. I did 12 the first time. I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna try to do less this time, and I'm just gonna try to squeeze a little harder at the top. So I might get half of what I did the first time by holding this position, but I'm gonna try to squeeze till I shake. So even though I'm not gonna do as many reps, I'm gonna be getting a much better work.
I'm trying to figure out a way to cheat. I will get there. That was still only 3.
Alright. Let's go.
And still benefit. I haven't given up. I'm not sure. Given up on what? Cheating or doing the exercise? No. I got this.
Okay.
Stop laughing.
Ah. 11 and a half.
Dips are totally the hardest.
Yeah, well,
They're all hard.
anyway, I'm like right here, and I can't get that last little lockout, which is what I'm trying to do.
My arm's shredded for like no time. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. I'll be right there.
All right, so give you guys about a minute to rest from that. We're gonna do one more. That's what it says extra, and then we're gonna finish with shoulders. Actually, you know what? I take it back. So we'll just do that style. I won't do one extra on tricep. We'll just do shoulders, but we'll do that style with shoulders. So we're gonna do a shoulder press push-up. Now this can be done standing with your hands on a chair or with your hands on a wall, depending on your strength. So especially, this is something Mrs. Matthews, I don't know 100% if she did this exact one, but this is one that would help her a ton because, in case you guys don't know, she had shoulder surgery. So she did a lot of exercises on the wall. Got a lot of folks that have come in after shoulder injuries, and wall regimens are part of their PT. So let me get right up in your grill. There's a bar right here. What I'll do is I'll put my bar about, or my hands about belt level, and then I'm gonna try to line my head up with my shoulders. Now, when I'm in this position, I'm gonna stay here and just go straight down and straight up. I can keep my chin up. I prefer to keep my chin up and go above. But the main thing is, this chair is not really sturdy enough. That's why I demonstrated on the bar. But that's what you're gonna be doing on the wall or on the end of your couch. So if I'm doing that with a sturdier chair, the reason I need a sturdier chair is because of how far away I go. When I come in and I push back, the chair moves and the bottom comes up. But just so you guys can get a general idea of what I'm talking about, what I want is this motion. So you don't want your hands to press down, and I don't want them pressed behind my head. So keeping my head between my shoulders this way is making my shoulder do the work. So when I do it on the ground, I do the same idea. I start on my knees. We're gonna align my head with my shoulders. If I go up on my feet, all right, or you can get crazy and put your feet on top of a chair. Now, because this is the last exercise in the set, I highly suggest just doing one of the beginning ones. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick whichever one you feel like you can do, but it's too hard to do reps. So for me, I'm gonna start with my feet on the chair. Now, because of everything we just did, if I'm trying to do 8 to 12 up here, probably not gonna get it. My arms are already tired. However, I can probably get 3 or 4 on the chair. Whatever I get on the chair, you're gonna double the number with the exercise slightly easier. So for me, it'd be from chair to the floor. Or you can go from floor to hands on a wall. Or you can go from hands on a wall to knees, because that's probably the easiest one, right? So whichever your drop set's gonna be, you're gonna double your number in that drop set. So if I get 4 with my feet on the chair, I'm gonna go for 8 I say 8 minimum, because normally if I'm less than 5, if I'm 5 or less in whatever I do, I still try to get to 10 with the lighter exercise. But ideally, you want to get at least half or at least double, so 4 to 8. Now, if you're at like 6 to 8 reps on whatever you're doing at the beginning, you're gonna go to 16. But this is the thing: is like if I get like halfway to 16 and I'm gassed, I know my number 16, but I have to stop. Stop, shake your arms out, count to 10, and then finish your set. And towards the later sets, I end up doing that 2 or 3 times in one set. Like if I hit 15 and I know I gotta get to 30 with a drop set, whew, those are rough. Even with lighter weights, 30 reps of anything is difficult, right? So I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna hit 15 to 20 straight until my arms can't move. Then I'm gonna shake it off and know that I'm gonna finish that set in a minute, all right? So this can take as long as you need. So no number, there's no number. You go to failure. Unless this is really easy. If this is really easy, then stop at 10. If you're at this level. But if you're whatever level you're at, you can go for a long time, then you need to up the difficulty for your next set. All right, hopefully everybody understands that. We're gonna do 3 sets. 3 sets. And because you're done on your own, you're gonna wait until your body feels like you can do it again, and then do it again. Keep in mind your second set, you're not gonna hit the same numbers as you did in your first set. That's not the point. The point is, find out what failure. Let's go.
Sure, definitely moves.
Jim says.
Do it on a rocking chair. Get you in the chin. Okay, so we tip on our head. It's almost like triangles.
I still keep my hands wide. No, it's more about feeling your hands go over your head than anything. The flatter your back goes, the better. So I wasn't really able to get my back flat with my feet on the chair.
I didn't even get one. Let's try that again.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna go for handstand push-up.
You see that here? It's not coming up. Try one more time.
Better put your hands a little further forward. A little further in front of you. Yeah, because you want your head between your shoulders, or between your arms. So right now you're at this angle, and you need to get to this angle. So you don't need to, you can sit back one. You can go from here, just sit back, drop your head, tuck your head, and take top of your head to the ground and back. Yeah, so I'm gonna bend my
We should
elbows.
do yoga for one of these
I
things.
feel like I'm sliding my head.
Let's do a yoga one
Across
time.
the
We'll
ground.
do it one day. We'll put that out into the universe. We're doing yoga one day.
Alright. See if I can
Not
get
that any of us really know yoga, but
three will be the goal.
I have tried yoga 4 different times.
I've never done more than.
I have totally decided I do not like yoga.
I've always wanted to like seriously try it.
Yeah, I really tried to like it, couldn't.
Now, yeah, I went to yoga with her, and they gave you a pamphlet, and I was a kid. It was a long time ago, I was like 13, 14. I remember reading the paper. She came out of the yoga class. 'Cause I didn't do it. I was just there, and she handed me the paper, and like the first thing it said is breathe out through your toes. I'm not a potato. So I left. I got some yogurt, and I just didn't pronounce the R. Felt the same. All right. Oh, let's see if my shoulders are too dead for this.
Yeah.
Really?
That's back handspring exercises.
I'm too dead. Too dead and too fat. The most I've ever done on there was 10, and I was 30 pounds less than I am now.
Down to my head like that. I can't push it up. Whatever muscle it takes to push back up.
Shoulder.
Oh, okay. Don't have that one. I don't have a shoulder.
My shoulders, my first time lifting, was what stood out on me. Because everything else was small. My shoulders, for whatever reason,
Nope.
grow faster than the rest of me.
Oh, it's my attempt. Oh,
But that's pretty close to the weight that I actually pressed.
Oh, you were so
yeah.
close. Each time you're getting more.
Because I'm giving myself a little bit longer of a break probably.
Where's your head go? Between your
Just duck your head down.
Yeah, for the push-up, it makes it just, I go forehead to the ground.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like if I have a bar, I actually keep the bar in front of my head. But, you know, I'm still making this motion. Because the ground is there, I would have to, like, do this weird fishtail. Alright,
Okay.
set. I go.
Oh.
That was nice of you.
I was playing around with that and then,
Mine aren't sets. They're a half a one. Because when we did the pillows, my biggest one, I got the one. It took me the whole cycle. You get the one where you touch your head and you didn't touch anything else. Yeah, only mastered one. That motion does not like me.
He cheats.
You totally cannot do that. Okay. One more time.
Got this. Believe in you.
oh God.
Got this.
Got it.
Go with Matthews.
Is it 3 more?
I got 5 more.
5
Come
more?
on, come on, come on. Ready? Go, 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 go,
Go
go.
on,
Push, push,
up,
push,
up,
push,
up,
push.
up.
Come on.
You got the negative? You got the negative.
Good thing this is soft.
Right?
I hope you're not doing this on
Nice.
tile. Put a pillow under your head.
It's kind of fun when you do
Feels
like
like
that
now
last
you
one
tell
and you
me.
collapse though.
There
You're
you
like,
He
darn,
looks
so
down
many
at
collapse.
tile.
Yeah.
Tailed it. He's like, I miss this spring
You better have a pillow under your head.
So we
it
got-
don't bump.
Chest, tricep, shoulder. Full push day, build front, delt, back, the arm, chesticles, and everything else requires equipment, so that's why we're not doing backward motions, pulling motions. But I might come up with a workout for you guys. You just have to find the equipment to do it. Like you'll need bands and kettlebells. All right, so that's it. They give you cardio, gave you strength. See you tomorrow. Deuces.